We have a Coppola questions before we move on.
Coppola questions. Who do you think Jim was? The guy at the beginning, like an old Marine buddy or something. The guy who was going to get him the job.
Oh,
Yeah,
probably,
Yeah. I figured they served together.
I was just wondering, like, what the connection was there, because he's from Texas. Michael is from Texas, and he drives all the way out to Wyoming for this job. So,
yeah, probably some guy he was in the Corps with.
yeah. Why did Michael already have a gun and binoculars?
The gun part makes sense. I get that.
Yeah, he's just
Texan.
living solo out off the grid on his car, going cross country. Need it.
Binoculars part, story. Just for the story, just for the plot. I mean, well, yeah.
Maybe he did buy him.
Maybe. He
Or
stopped
he's a
at
bird
that gas
watcher or
station. He got the binoculars first.
Binoculars, some orange sunglasses.
Why didn't Suzanne put the papers back in the safe?
Because she's lazy.
Yeah.
Why did she take him out in the first place? I mean, just move them around. You can see there's no.
She's just
it'd be
looking for
obvious
money.
if there's cash in there.
Yeah.
Just move them
Yeah.
around. You don't need to take him out. It was just lazy. I think it was just a way to move the plot, which ended up going
so that he
nowhere.
would discover quickly.
Yeah, it was just for a moment of tension that gets dissolved instantly when the deputies walk in. So
It's just so funny because it's like a shitload of papers, and they just
I know.
they carefully close the safe, put the
Yes.
rug back over it, put the
Put the
desk
rug
back.
over the papers.
Yeah.
they put the rug over the papers. But yeah,
Like close the safe, throw the papers on top of it, and then dump the rug over it. Just
And my final question is, wouldn't the floppy hair deputy just immediately go stop that train? Because you would pick up Suzanne, put her in the back of the car, and then the train was going so slow that you could just drive right up to it, flag the conductor, and stop the train.
yeah. Or he could have even radioed in and asked them to have the
exactly.
train stop.
yeah, it's kind of easy to tell where a train is and where it's going to be, and you can't lose them.
Yeah, I don't know. I just you gotta have him make off with a happy ending, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess you have to leave it with like some hope, but I'm guessing that Michael is at least going to prison for like 6 months after this.
We've sort of talked about all of them, I think, but like, why didn't Michael just leave with the $5,000 originally? Like, I think they were originally trying to imply that he might be not a great guy, and so he's really thinking about like, maybe I do this job, and get another $5,000 out of it. Let's go see what this wife is like.
Maybe it's like a conflict of his morality is like he was paid to do a job, so he has to do that job.
Yeah,
but then he was also paid to kill somebody, so he has to warn that person that somebody's coming to kill him. So, kill her.
That could be it. Maybe that's why he brought it all with him and went to tell her, and then just see how things shake out. And then, but then and he gets to 10,000, and then it's like he just leaves after warning the cops. It's like, but I don't know. If it was me, I would have just took the 5 and left. Cool, $5,000.
Yeah,
cool. If I got some money out of Red Rock, I'll go somewhere else.
He's just feeling it out. Like, maybe I will do a murder. I don't know.
Right. I think there's a lot of that in the beginning where you're just sort of like trying to, I guess the movie's trying to make you think that he possibly is a bad guy and would do something like this.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's like he thinks about taking the money out of the lockbox when he's in the gas station and stuff. So it's so ambiguous. And then through the course of it, obviously, you learn that he's got survivor's guilt. He's a good guy. He just wants to be earn an honest wage.
Yeah.
Do an honest job.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it definitely feels like they were setting that up. But I do feel like he sort of goes towards the dark side a little bit. But he also kind of redeems himself at the end, and
I get a sense that it's like he's got kind of a checkered past. When he makes a joke about it, guess I'll rob a bank. Maybe he did something like that or whatever. Maybe he killed people as a Marine or something, and it's just he's not a super good guy, but he's got a good moral compass, I guess.
Yeah.
Why did Suzanne have Michael open the safe in the office? Like, was it she really couldn't open it, or was she trying to get his fingerprints all over it to pin it on him later?
Yeah.
And maybe tell Wayne, like, he coerced me into opening the safe or something.
I mean, maybe she's just too nervous to open it up, and like she's got shaky hands or something. But yeah, I think that maybe it was in the cutting room floor of like
felt like that. Otherwise,
trying
it's
to
kind
set
of
him
a
up.
pointless thing to put in the scene.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit sloppy.
I think maybe
what I
also
thought was
to
pretty tight.
ratchet up the tension in that scene as well. Like, oh, somebody
Could be
could
just a
burst
little
in
bit.
any second.
Or
Yeah.
shit, did he change the combo and they can't
Yeah.
you can't get in a save?
Yeah, true.
Could have just been that. Yeah, there's a lot of that. Just keep you on your toes.
Yeah,
It's a good thriller.
We also had it sprinkled in that Lyle was going to come at 9:30, and like we could assume that like Lyle could walk in on them any second. So it's another way to make tension there.
Why didn't Suzanne notice there's no clip in the gun at the end?
Yeah,
Like,
that's egregious
watched
too.
him eject it and put it into his pocket or leave it on the ground.
yeah.
And
Like,
there's
it's
a
fairly
big difference
obvious.
in weight.
Yeah. And a hole in the bottom of the the grip. So
I mean, you
and
could
like you
explain
said,
it away of like she's in the moment and she's just trying to grab the money and go.
Yeah, that's true.
But and then like you said, that doesn't even bring into the fact that there should have been one in the chamber that wasn't fired off that would have shot him.
Yeah.
So
Because you have to assume he had the gun loaded, like that he racked around into the chamber, so there would be one in there. I guess you could explain away that he
although maybe
he fired that gun in the car
because he was emptying the gun because he knew Wayne was going to get it. So maybe he had completely emptied. Well, we didn't see him.
Well, he never racks it back to eject the round from the chamber, and he used the gun to shoot the window out in the car. So
He did.
that another round had been cycled into the chamber.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean, I was thinking about that of like, well, maybe that explains it because he fired the gun and he didn't eject the round, but the round would have been ejected automatically, and a new round would have been
cycled into the chamber. Yeah, so that's just a little oversight on their part.
A gaff.
Maybe it was cut. Maybe they showed him ejecting it because I mean, Wayne would know. He's a sheriff's, a sheriff. He would know that there was still a round in that gun.
Yeah. So what was exactly the story with Suzanne shooting the ranch hand? Because when we see him, he's like his truck's broken down on the side of the road. So and she had like just been there and shot him in the stomach, and he was trying to fix his truck with 2 bullets in him, or was she like in the truck and we didn't see it?
I assume that she shot him in that trailer, in the wood paneled love trailer. And then maybe she just like did something to his truck, but she didn't really like make it to where it was like completely dismantled. It was just.
I think she gave him a flat because it was jacked up in the tire. The
driver's
side tire was off. Yeah,
but I feel like a guy with two bullets in his stomach isn't. I mean, I could guess maybe she left him for dead. He could get in the truck and try to drive off. But then, he's not going to stop, get a jack his truck up, take the tire off,
and then walk into the street on
and then stumble out in front of a guy.
I mean, he's in desperation mode. He wanted to try and stop the car at any. Maybe he had a gun.
Maybe I don't know.
He was going to stop Cage and make.
I was just trying to get the series of events that happened.
Yeah.
Did she shoot him in the trailer? Did she come up on him with a flat and then shoot him and then leave? And he was still trying to, get attention from passersby, and it just happened to be coincidentally when Michael was driving by right after that.
I don't know how that would, because she had the horse. So like, if she drove with him along the road and then shot him in the truck right there and then went back to the house, it was much earlier than that she got back to the house because, I don't know.
Yeah,
because
so
we
she
see it
gets
during
back
the
in
daytime.
Day. Yeah, she gets back in the day, so it could be that she went back out to kill him, to shoot him.
After talking to Michael and giving him the other $5,000.
Yeah, that doesn't really make sense.
That whole thing
either.
doesn't sync up. And how to piggyback off of that, how the fuck did he find out that they stole the money? Did she tell him? Hoping that he would help her get away, and that's why she. So did she? Okay, so maybe this is what happened. She finds out that Wayne's trying to kill her. She goes to him to try to help her get the money and bowl. And when he finds out that she stole the money, he tells her she's going to turn him, or he's going to turn her in, and that's what
maybe the ranch hand had the wanted poster that he'd come across at some point, and the deputies found it when they went out to his trailer after trying to investigate why this guy had been shot and left for dead in the hospital.
How the fuck did he get his hands on the wanted?
Well, he was at a saloon.
He's a ranch hand. They know things.
No, they pass that stuff around.
He was, playing some old timey piano with a brothel upstairs, and
Yeah.
There's some horses.
Yeah, that's
pulled
its
in.
own question. Like, was this an independent series of events where the ranch hand was trying to blackmail Suzanne into giving him some money so he didn't turn him in, and then so she went out to kill him later that night after getting home and finding out her husband's trying to kill her, or was this all something tied together?
Yeah. I don't know. Ambiguous.
Yeah, seems like a little bit of a sloppy script. From that, if you think about it, like from there.
And again, like we said, they did trim it down to 98 minutes. So maybe it was like, this had been sitting for a year, and they had lukewarm tests. So maybe they changed some things around, cut some stuff out. It feels like something that doesn't necessarily have to be explained, but when you think about it, then it kind of falls apart a little bit.